Hey guys, Figurecraft here, and today we're going to be going over the next section of the Titanic in the next part of the build, which is going to be issue 88. And this is going to put on the black section of the hull piece. Next upper starboard hull section. Alright then, so for this we're going to need our 88 box. And there's our screws. And then we're going to get our big metal hull piece out of here. So open it up. R9. And there is our next big section of hull. And then we're also going to need our 3-in-1 oil to get the screws in. And the number one thing I have to do before we do that, I got to turn this around. So, let me pick up this. Oh my god. So heavy. Oh. Oh, it gets heavier and heavier. With more metal that we put in this thing, it gets heavier and heavier. Okay, we're right there. So, step 1. Take the hull assembly from the previous issue and check the fit of the upper hull part 88A to the aft of part 80A and along the top of part 87A. Tabs on the forward end of part 88A fit over raised screw sockets on part 80A. Red arrows. See also the photo below. Right tabs on part 87A. Fit over raised screw sockets on part 88A. As indicated, blue arrows. Okay, so there's the blue arrows, there's the red arrows. There's the yellow circle. So now we gotta just do that. We gotta feed this thing in at an angle. Which I may not have any room to do that over here. But I will try. Now this big old lamp is gonna be in the way. I gotta move it over to the side. If I can. It's heavy. Move that down. Okay. Now, let's see here. It says they want you to hinge this thing in here. But how exactly does that work? I don't want to break anything. There's got to be a sweet spot here somewhere. I may have to undo some screws just to get it in there, because it's not going to go. It's too tight. So, let me go back down here and undo. Not fully undoing them, just loosen them to where I can have a little bit of wiggle room. Okay. Now, we'll try again. Yeah. Definitely something you want to do. You're going to have to unloosen them and then go back and tighten them back up just to get that piece in. That one's tightened back up. And then get my screwdriver in here. up. So yeah, definitely make sure that you've got some wiggle room for that. Let me look at this other side over here, see how it's going. Something don't seem right now. So let me see what's going on over here. Right here. That's in there, but why ain't this going completely flush? Unless it's the way. No, it's not made like that. Maybe hopefully when I put the parts together, but something's not adding up over here. Boy, what's wrong? There it goes. I just had to give it a little push. Okay, I just had to give that a little push, but I got it in now. Alright, now we need the screws, I'm pretty sure. Let me get my book turned here. Step 2. Fix the forward end of part 88A in place with 2 LM screws. You will need to use the Allen key supplied with issue 15. Then tighten them. Okay, so we got to first put 2 LM screws in the front, which I guess holds it all in place for the rest of it. So we'll do that. Get these 2 screws out of here. What did I do with that screwdriver? It's inside the ship. So those 2 are first. Let me get my 3-in-1 oil here. I'll start with the bottom one and work my way up. Alright. The screwdriver set that you got with the Titanic will work for this process. You can see here I've got enough room in here to work. So if you've got the screwdriver set that you got with the Titanic, your screwdriver will work for this. There's one in. And then we're going to get our other one. Which is up here towards the top. Alright. It's got that one in. Okay, those 2 are now in. Now we're going to move down to step 3. Similarly, fit the lower edge of part 88A in place with 4 LM screws, tightening them with the Allen key. So more LM screws. We'll start from the front and work our way back. Get some 3-in-1 oil on this screw. And then we're going to go down to here. Is our first one. Yeah, I'll be glad when I get the bottom piece to go in here. Because for right now, these metal pieces are very flimsy and fragile. get our next screw ready to go. It's going to be back here towards where the opening is on the other side, which makes it a little bit easier for me. You can see how that's wobbling back and forth as I'm screwing this thing. You can see we got a lot of wobble with that. So you want to be careful about that. Get our next screw here. Same thing as last time. Go through the opening in the engine room. We got one more screw to put in here after this, and this will complete this issue. One more. Then we'll turn the ship around here and look at it. At this point, if you've been picking up this thing and moving it around and stuff like that, you may want to go back and retighten all the screws so far that's in the model, just in case any of them work themselves loose, which is what I'm probably going to have to do. I'd be so glad when we finally get this hole built. Then everything will hold itself together. And that's the last screw. We have one little screw left over. Put that over here to the side. But now I'm going to pick up this ship. Yeah, that's really wobbly. Pull it up to the front. Trying to bump anything. And right here is our new section of the hole pieces in. So we now have that much of the ship. And you can see we're still curving inward. But you can see how wobbly these hole pieces are. So you want to be careful about not bending these. They'll have more support when you go to set the thing or the bottom in. But until then, they give you this, which is this plastic piece. And if you can get this plastic piece aligned right, I'll show you. It just takes a little bit of a maneuvering to align this right. Especially with the way this is. Come on. You just got to maneuver it in between these two hole pieces. Which is not working out. Gotta watch my hands. Like that. Yeah, for some reason, this just ain't going down. This thing's like morphed or something. I don't know. I'm doing something wrong here. There's one, there's two. Okay, that's right. There we go. You can use this plastic piece to keep the pieces separated to where they won't bend in. It'll lock down in place. But as you can see, we're having a little bit... It'll probably go better when we finally screw this thing down. Hopefully we do screw this thing down, because there ain't no way it's going to sit flush if we don't screw that down. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoy and hope y'all are doing safe during these troublesome times. But I will go ahead and read the last of the book right fast. The starboard side of the hull is now the same length as the port side. But that's going to do it for this video. I hope y'all enjoyed it and hope y'all are doing safe during these troublesome times. And you all have a blessed one. And when I come back, we'll be doing the next part of the build of Titanic. But until then, goodbye.